Did y'all hear that OJ Simpson is dead? Like, it's crazy. I remember where I was when I saw the chase and I heard about the graphic nature of his wife being killed and her friend, and just following this case from the time that he wrote the book and said that he did it. Now, how many of you believe that OJ did it? How many of you believe he didn't do it? I remember where I was when the verdict came in and it said that he was not guilty. Y'all, I was in the Maxway, which is like a little store. It's not a convenience store, but it's like a little store where you can get household goods. I was shopping for my first apartment, and I was buying stuff. I had got to the cash register, and you know how they have the radio playing in the store. So we all was doing something. It's crazy. I was waiting. Everything was good. I was not paying attention to the radio. Then all of a sudden, somebody said the verdict is in, and then the radio. Everybody shut up in the whole store. Everybody shut up. And then when it came back and he said he was not guilty, everybody in the store that was predominantly black, I think it was nothing but black folks in there, they started shouting and screaming and hollering and yes, and oh my God, it was crazy. It was so freaking crazy. And then like I had been in a a chokehold for the longest. I think I might have been, I don't even know. I think I might have been like 18, 19 when this went on. And it was crazy because I just remember what a big impact OJ had. I didn't even know who the heck OJ was, and then just to see over the years how it evolved. And when he wrote the book, I was like, you know what? He ain't really confessing that he did it. Ain't no way he's going to confess that he did it. But there is double jeopardy because he's already been found not guilty. So he could have came out at any time like he did in the book and said, hey, I did it. This is how I did it. This is when I did it. This is what happened when I did it. And this is what I used to do it. And they couldn't have touched him, which is crazy. And I think that's why he came out with that book. But I think all the proceeds went to the families. And the families never saw that money. Come on, let's be clear. But I just can't believe he did. Like, there's no more the juice. There's no more did he or did he not. I think it's going to always be a lingering question if OJ did do it. In my mind, I'm going to tell you my opinion. I think he did. I really think he did. Because if you look at domestic violence and things that they went on, and the more that I learned over the years, you know what I'm saying, about the case and what went on and everything, it was a domestic violence case to where, he used to whoop the hell out of her. But again, she wasn't a saint either because she kept going back. I think she was addicted to his money and he was addicted to her. Were definitely a toxic couple. Nicole wasn't no saint by far, but Lord knows she did not deserve what happened to her. I can't prove he did it. I can't prove he didn't do it. But, if you look at domestic violence and how it is when it escalates and how it went down, I think he did. We could fight about that all the time. We could go back and forth. It's been a debate for 20 plus years since he was acquitted. But then let's talk about when he went to jail for stealing his own shit. Like, come on, bro. If that wasn't a setup, I don't know what he fell for that hook, line, and sinker. How you go to jail for stealing your own shit, and then on top of that, let's talk about it. On top of that, the Caucasians felt like he got away with it. Black folks felt like he didn't do it. So then it's like, okay, well, we didn't get a chance to stick it to your ass for the murder. Now, okay, boom, you done went in there and stole your own shit, even though he didn't have a gun or nothing. You done went in there and took your own shit. We about to nail your ass to the cross for this right here, and that's what he did. Like, what's crazy is, regardless of how you feel about OJ, what he did, what he didn't do, I feel bad for the children. Because there are kids, not just the kids he had with Nicole, the kids that he had, before he got with her, and in the end, the kids that he had with Nicole, they had to go through a lot. They had to watch this in real time and, just watch all this crap play out. And this is their father. But for me, I always thought he was guilty. That's just my opinion. We all got one. I thought he was guilty from day one, because if you're not guilty, what you're running for? If you're not guilty, why you acting guilty? If you're not guilty, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was a plant job, meaning that the LAPD tried to planted evidence when he was already guilty. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you what made them lose the case. That damn police officer that said he never used the N-word. And then come to find out he uses the N-word. Like, at the end of the day, listen, if there was ever a case to show that he was set up, he was. But at the end of the day, he was set up. But he didn't need to be set up because he did it. But that's just my opinion. Again, however you want to think, or however you want to think about it, however you want to feel about OJ, the man is dead. The man is dead, and I cannot believe it. Like, it's crazy. It seems like an end to an era. It just seems like everything that came full circle. I hate that he had to die with this cloud of suspicion over his head. But come on, he didn't help. He didn't help it, you know, to add to it, to say I wrote a book. So yeah, it's crazy, because I was so young when it started, and now he's dead. So it's just something that still intrigues me to this day. I'm not even gonna lie. I could be scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. And like, I was on TikTok the other day, and this guy, he goes to different murder scenes, famous murder scenes. And he was at Nicole's apartment and showed where the killer came in and the killer left and all this other stuff. And I'm still intrigued by it. I'm one of those people that love like investigative discoveries and the ID channel and true crime fiction. I mean, true crime. That's what I love. Not fiction, but true crime. I am one of those people, have always been one of those people. My dad got me on that stuff when I was like when I was a kid. He used to watch Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack, and that damn song that come on, I used to have to cover my ears because it was so freaking scary. But I just fell into it, and that's all I watch is true crime. If it ain't real, it ain't right. Even with reality shows, I don't watch any sitcoms or anything like that. I rarely watch movies because I'm all into just true crime. I go to sleep with true crime, listening to it. I wake up to true crime. It's just what it is. I don't know. I think it's just it's something in me that just feels like I cannot believe human beings can be so cruel and mean to each other. Like, some of the shit that happens, I just be like, wow. Like, I was sheltered growing up, and I didn't know people actually kill, families and children and spouses, and it's just crazy. I always thought we grow old, we die. You know what I'm saying? And I sleep peacefully. That's not the case. So, OJ's dead, you guys. OJ is dead. The end to the juice. It's over. It's done. I think he can rest. You know what I'm saying? He can rest because, it's between him and God now. Like, there's nobody else. You know, it was always between him and God. He know if he did, he didn't, and God knows. And now he's going to meet his maker, whether it's going to be God or is it going to be the old man with the horns. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to come on here and say, OJ is dead. OJ is dead. I saw that and I was just like, wow, can't believe that. But yeah, you guys have a good one. I'm going to talk to you later. Thank you. Oh, and I always want to say this. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching my videos. Talk to you guys later. Bye.